how pigmented that is. That's crazy. That was one swipe. Hi guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I'm so excited for this video because we're talking new makeup. We're talking about all the new makeup on my face today, and I'm so excited to get into this video because there's some products that you guys have kind of been messaging me about a lot, so I'm excited to give you the review and kind of try everything on for you guys. I would love to know down below. I know there's like so many launches coming right now, so I feel like people tend to get product fatigue or they're overwhelmed or whatever, so I would love to know down below which products that are coming out are you the most excited about, want to see reviews on, or even just any other video suggestions. Please leave them down below. And yeah, I just want to get into this video and get started. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into this full face of new makeup. New makeup, let's jump right in and get started. First, we're starting with complexion, and we're starting with this new product from LYS Tinted. This is a tinted sunscreen. It's an SPF of 50, and I believe, wait, is it? Yeah, it's an SPF of 50 and it's mineral sunscreen. I know for a lot of people, mineral sunscreen is important, so that is nice. Now, I got the shade 8. I wasn't sure what shade to get. I wanted to get one that would work now, but also into summer, if that makes sense, because, you know, I am going to tan and I'm so pale for me right now, like just ghost, it feels like. So I wanted something that would work once I got a little bit more tan, and I do feel like this is a good shade match. So I got, again, the shade 8. I'm going to do a little bit on the back of my hand for you. Now, this product, comparably to other tinted sunscreens, like let's say the Tower 28 one, this one is a little bit thicker than that, but not thick in a bad way, but just not quite as thin as, let's say, the Tower 28 one. Now, the best way I have found to apply this is with your fingers. It's a decent shade match. And the reason for that is I feel like when you're applying sunscreen, just using your fingers is best as opposed to like a brush, especially a brush or a sponge, because you really want to get in all the nooks and crannies and make sure that you're not, you know, gonna miss somewhere and have a burn somewhere on your face. And sometimes I feel like brushes can do that if you apply a sunscreen like that. So we're just gonna apply all over my face. We are now blended. What do you guys think? I love the way that this wears and how it looks throughout the day. I don't get too dewy in the middle. I have combo skin, so I can kind of look like I'm sitting by a fryer if I'm not just using the right products. So I don't feel like I get too dewy in the middle. I'm not getting any more dewy than I normally would with, again, my combo skin. I have eczema on my face, and I also have right now some hyperpigmentation and a little bit of texture with those, and I don't feel like it's clinging to the texture or the dryness, which is really, really nice. I like the way that this wears throughout the day. I like how protected I feel like my face feels, because my normal sunscreen that I wear, that I am wearing right now, is an SPF of 45, and then I have this on top, which is just an added layer. And I really enjoy it. Again, this is a mineral sunscreen. I wear the shade 8, and I feel like it just looks really good. I would love to know what you guys think of how this is looking. First, shade match, but also how do you feel my complexion is looking? I feel like it did a really good job of evening out any redness or anything like that. Again, I do have some hyperpigmentation on my face here, and it didn't fully cover it, but my expectation is not that my hyperpigmentation gets fully covered. Unless I'm going on with something that's really pinpointing it, because I don't want a full coverage like sunscreen moment. That it just, I like something that's more medium coverage, and I would say that this is more light plus to medium coverage, and you can kind of build it up, and when I do build it up, I do get some medium coverage. Now we're going to move on to the under eyes, and I'm so excited about this because we're talking about the new Caliray color correcting kind of highlighting concealer. What is this called? The Caliray Beauty Hideaway, and the full description is a brightening and hydrating under eye serum concealer. It's a mouthful, a lot of words, but I was really excited to see this because just sometimes your under eyes just get so dark, but also I have really, really blue under eyes because my dark circles are kind of more of a vascular issue as opposed to a pigmentation issue. So sometimes concealers don't really balance out the blue and purple as well as I would like. So I was really excited to see this. I got the shade Sun Glow. yeah, Warm Sun Glow. And it's a really pretty, more pinky tone, peachy tone, I should say, which is, I feel like, the perfect combination for my under eyes. Not too pink, not too orange, because sometimes the orange can be just a little bit too much unless I'm gonna really be layering. So this I find to be actually really hydrating, and it does a really good job at concealing. I put a little bit more on this side because I want this to have a little bit more coverage, because the bug bite remnants, the evidence, if you will, in the crime is still there. So I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait for this to settle down a little bit, like give it a minute, and then we're gonna blend it out with our fingers. All right, we let that sit. Now I'm gonna take my finger and just blend it out. I just feel like it does such a good job of concealing under eyes and kind of color correcting. What do you guys think? I feel like it just is so nice. And this is great because it's a very thin product. Not thin, like too thin where it kind of disappears. It's a thin product. So if you layer it with other concealers, which I am going to do that today just to show you how it layers, really, really nicely, and it's set, and because it's thinner, it sets up relatively quickly, which is nice, but not where you have to blend right away, but once it's blended, it kind of sets down really nicely, which is great. I really like this concealer. I love what it does. You can still see where the bug bite still is. We do have a touch of darkness still peeking through, but it's not a lot, which is great. And it's more of it's a hyperpigmentation mark. So my expectation is not that it's going to completely wipe it away, because this product is a little bit more of a light coverage product, which I love because it's really good for layering. But if I want full intense coverage, like a true high coverage concealer, I'm not going to get that with this, but I do get some light coverage, and I do get some really good color correction. I mean, what do you guys think? I feel like it did such a good job. I love this product. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a concealer so you can see kind of how it layers. What I love about color correctors is it makes you kind of use less concealer, which is like the best part of it. I'm going to just only use a little bit more on this side. And I'm going to blend with my fingers. Sometimes I let this concealer sit, sometimes I don't. Today we're not going to do that. So I'm going to just take my finger and blend it out. Combination of these two concealers is elite. I love it. And like in summer, I'm going to be, this Caliray color correcting concealer is going to be the love of my life, because I really struggle with dark circles, and again, vascularized circles. It just takes so long to kind of right the problem, and this is going to be just my go-to in summer because it's a concealer and a color corrector in one. And it really balances the concerns I have with my under eyes, which is really nice. I don't know. I love this, and it's hydrating under the eyes, but it's not shiny, which I love. I don't know. What do you think of how my under eyes are looking? I feel like they're looking pretty good. So now we're going to move on to a little bit of bronzer. I just want to bronze up my face a little bit. I'm going to go with this bronzer here. This is the Rose Ink bronzer. I'm going to just lightly bronze up, and then we're going to move on to blush. Okay, we have bronzer on the cheeks, a little bit down the sides of the nose, and just on the eyes for a little bit of a brownie, smoky kind of moment, because I have a little bit on the lower lash line. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this setting powder. This is the Ami Collet setting powder, and I am going to set my T-zone and just under my eyes really quickly. Under eyes are set. Now we're moving on to blush. We got 2 new blushes. I had to get 2 colors. I didn't know what I wanted. So these are from LYS Beauty, and they are kind of glow blushes, which I was like, okay, sign me up, Sally. So I got the shade Focused, and I got the shade Curvy, and I was really excited to try both. So okay, here we have the shade Focused, which is just the prettiest. This is the shade that really drew me in. This is such a me shade. I love this, and look how beautiful the kind of finish is. So then I got this shade Curvy, and this one was described more as like a peach blush. I would say it's not necessarily peach, not in a bad way, but I feel like it's more, maybe it is peach. I don't know. It's more apricot-y or something to me. So this is the shade Curvy, which is definitely more of a high summer shade for me. It just right now, for the tones that I'm going with, it's a little bit too bright and orange. What I will say is these shades are so pigmented. So if you get these, a light hand, a light hand. The day one, I tried this one because I was really excited about the shade. I put it on. I was like, yeah, no problem. This was day one of testing. I looked insane. So a little bit at a time, please. Save yourself. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a slanted brush and we're gonna dip in. And then I'm gonna take some of the product off over here just because these are really pig. If I cannot untie my tongue and get words out, I'm cutting this whole shoot. No, I'm kidding, but can I get it together? I'm gonna dab it off a little bit and lightly apply because these are very pigmented, and not in a bad way, but in a way where you're like, just a light hand at first, and then you can kind of build it up. I mean, that's so pigmented. Oh, it's just so pretty. Look at that shade. And it has like the most beautiful sheen to it. I don't know. I am such a big fan of these, and the wear is beautiful. If you have used their cream bronzer, I feel like the wear is very similar, where it really does like hold on all day, which is really nice. And it really doesn't like move. I mean, I've set it with powder, and I like setting it with powder. I like just using a setting spray. The LYS Beauty setting spray, I like to use the setting spray and just set it that way too. And I'm always really happy with, by the end of the day, I feel like I still look like I'm wearing some blush, which is great, especially for a cream. It's just, they're so good and they just look beautiful. What do you guys think of the shade? It's very, when you get close to a mirror, it's very natural looking, where you don't feel like you're wearing a ton of makeup, which is, I mean, that's what is so great about the LYS Beauty cream products, is they just kind of melt into the skin and they don't make you look creepy. They don't make you look like, okay, she needs to get a grip. It really does just look very natural and beautiful. And if someone gets close to you, it's not looking like a heavy cream, which is really nice. I just really like these. They're beautiful. The shades are gorgeous. The shade Curvy is definitely going to be on the back burner till summertime because she is a summer shade for me, definitely. But I feel like the shade Focused is so good. It reminds me a little bit of the shade Dune from Ami Collet, and I know a lot of you also love the shade Dune from Ami Collet in their stick blush. That kind of is that same vibe in my opinion. This one is a little bit warmer in tone. Dune is definitely more neutral, but this is just kind of that kind of blushing shade, and I just feel like it looks beautiful. I don't know, I'm obsessed. I'm so excited for this hyperpigmentation to be gone. I'm honestly impressed with how quickly it's fading. I feel like I got a month left and it'll be gone, which is great. But I'm really liking how my complexion is looking. Now we're gonna move on to lips. And we have a new lipstick that I was so excited about. And you guys were really excited about this. I got a bunch of questions about this. The new Merit Beauty lipstick. They came out with a more matte formula to their original formula. So this is their original one. And then this is their new one. It's same kind of nice packaging, just a different color. The shade that I have in the original here is the shade 1990, which is just in the most beautiful brownie tone. And it has more of a slip to it. It's right here. It's so pretty. And then the shade Equestrian is another brown tone, but it's definitely more of a red kind of tone, less neutral. This is the shade. This is so like my vibe. It's just so beautiful. I was really excited to get my hands on that shade because I feel like it's hard to find really nice, expensive looking brownie red colors that don't pull to orange. This is a nice one for that. So we're going to apply what I like to do with this formula, or what I learned I like to do with this formula, is kind of tap it on. Look how pigmented that is. That's crazy. That was one swipe. And just kind of tap it on, just so that it is kind of lightly applied. I'm applying it on top of balm just because my lips are really dry today, and this is more of a matte formula. It's just so beautiful. It's pulling a lot more orange in the monitor I'm seeing than it is looking in person. It does not look that orange in person at all, but this is really, really pretty. I'm gonna try and get actually a picture so that I can give an accurate representation of what's happening over here. So let's, there we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it like full on so you can see the color in full-fledged. So we're going to take this off, and then I'm going to take this and we're going to go like full swipe on my lips. This formula is just so beautiful. I love it. It has this really nice soft feeling to it, which I don't know if I already said that, so I'm going to say that again. It has a very soft feeling to it. It doesn't have that crumbly feeling that sometimes more matte lipsticks have, and crumbly doesn't have to be a bad thing, but it's because they're more dry. This one doesn't have that. It doesn't cling to dryness, which is amazing. It kind of just glides over that, so if you are having some dryness, she kind of glides over, which is great. Again, I don't think this formula is going to be for everyone because not everyone's lips work with a more matte formula. My lips actually work with this one, which surprised me. But if I had to pick between the two formulas, I'd probably go with the more moisturizing one. And if I want something that's more long wearing and just, again, a little bit more of a blurred lip look, I'm definitely going with the new Caliray Beauty lipstick, their matte one. What is the full name of this, actually? Signature Lip. It's just matte. It's really, really nice, and again, a comfortable wear, which is ideal for a matte lipstick. The way that I like to prep my lips for products that are a little bit more matte is I like to, once I'm done washing my face, whatever, I like to use a little bit of a chemical lip exfoliant. I just love those. I mean, you can use any type of lip exfoliant, or even just exfoliate your lips, kind of dampen up your lips, or have lip balm on and then kind of rub them with a towel. I've done that too, and that works really well. Exfoliate my lips. Then I like to go on with a hyaluronic like type product and kind of let that sink in. Do a little bit of a lip balm on top, depending on kind of what I have, what works, like whatever's available, usually something that's more of a peptide style. Then I like to put the lipstick on, and then I feel like all day my lips are looking and feeling good. So that's kind of just what I like to do for lipsticks like this, but this is a great lipstick. I love how it looks. I wore it the other day and I got a lot of comments on what was on my lips. This color is just gorge. It's just so good. I keep looking at the monitor and it's pulling a little warm there, but it's still gorge even in the warm pull. It's just so, so good. I love this lipstick. I would love to know down below, are you interested in these lipsticks or any of these products that I mentioned today? I would love to know down below. There's a lot of fun launches coming, so I have so many products coming in the mail, so I'm trying to really review everything, really give them a good test, so everything doesn't come out right away, because I like to test for at least a little bit of time and really give it the old college try before I review them for you guys. Yeah, that is kind of it for this new in makeup video. I would love to know down below which products intrigue you. This is going to be a staple. The second it gets a little bit more sunny, which is starting to, this is going to be this one, and the Tower 28, which you know I love too, are just going to be non-stop use. I just love that this has an SPF of 50, so she is at the top of my kind of vanity. I love this color correcting concealer. I would love to know if you've tried it. Do you like it as much as I do? Even though it's a thin, more light coverage formula, do you enjoy it? I love this. I would love to know down below, are you going to try any of these products? If you are, let me know what colors you're going to get, especially the blush and the lipstick. I would love to know down below. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.